I'm a little mad. I'm kind of upset. Um, I just made like a 30-minute video and I ended up swiping. I don't even know how that works. I swear I need a new laptop. But I ended up swiping and it kind of like took my video down, I guess. Or it kind of stopped recording, whatever it was. I was in the middle of a crazy good sentence. Um, my fists are balled up, bro. Okay, but I guess in that same sense, I'm kind of glad that it took it down because I hate when my videos are kind of like that long. Because honestly, I don't even feel like watching it all, Because I know I'm always my first viewer. But fam, when I made that video about like the white school districts and it was like 46 minutes, I was like, fam, are you really speaking for that long? Like, what are you really doing? Like, just get it out, bro. Okay, okay. But this video, so yeah, I'll make this much shorter than the 30-minute video. Um, I'll make it what it was supposed to. It was supposed to be in the first place, and it was the golden age of YouTube. At least for me. All right, I'm looking at the timer right now. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds. So I'm going to try to make this less than 10 minutes. So if I'm speaking fast, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Turn the subtitles on. I don't know. So here we go. So I officially got onto YouTube in about 2012, late 2012, maybe early 2013. Um, it was at the end of fifth grade. So no, so 2012 because I was 9 years old. So yeah, um, it was about late 2012. I got onto YouTube because I think the 360 had Minecraft on it already, or I went to a friend's house and they were playing Minecraft. Either way, I was watching someone else play Minecraft and I didn't have the game. So I was like, this game looks super, super cool. Um, and I'm like cracking my knuckles in the middle of a video. Y'all just heard seven. Forgive me. I'm still very uncoordinated with these videos and I gotta stop talking because it's 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So, anyways, I was watching someone else play Minecraft and I wanted to play it. So I was like, how do you play how do you buy this game? And I was like, and they were like, it's $20. And I was like, I'm in fifth grade, fam. Where do you see I have a 20 on me? So they're like, well, there's other YouTubers that, I didn't really say that, but you get the gist. So I was like, how do you play, or how do how did you find out about this? And they're like, there's YouTubers that play the game, um, or there's people on YouTube that play the game. Um, so at the time, I think when I started watching YouTube, I'd never had an account. So I did a big boy move, and I officially made a Gmail account. Um, my first real email, because before my mom used to make me like do these weird websites with like childish emails. It was called like Bulldog email or something like that. I don't remember. So the mascot was a bulldog. I don't. This is besides the point. So I made a Gmail and I started watching YouTube officially on my Gmail. And so the first YouTuber I ever came across was this guy named Toby Turner, uh, or Tobuscus, right? So this was like late 2012, early 2013, maybe up until like late 2013. So I used to watch Toby Turner, Tobuscus, Toby Games, whatever you like to call him. And he used to play a lot of the Minecraft, and I was like, this guy is the coolest guy ever. Then he got onto a game called Happy Wheels, and so I want to say early 2011, maybe even early 2010, early 2010 to like early 2013, so a good like 3-4 years was the era when like Happy Wheels and Minecraft took over that entire website. Like everybody I knew, everybody I was watching at that time played those two games. It was crazy to me. So that was like that era of YouTube. And eras in YouTube are much shorter than like eras in real life, because the website's only been out for like 15 years. So that was like maybe the biggest era of YouTube, I think, because I think that's when everybody got hooked in. Because um, yeah, I think that's when everybody got hooked into the site, and then like early 2014 to like mid 2016 is what I call the golden age of YouTube. Because the golden age of YouTube was when like, so For context, um, social media was beginning to rise, like super rise, due to like formatting and such. The UI of everything looking much cleaner. Apps like Twitter was like on its peak. Not, it wasn't at its peak, but a lot more people were using it. YouTube, getting bought by Google, definitely had more traction gaining. Um, it was gaining traction, I mean, and a lot more of a, what's the word? A lot more communities started to, you know, uh, what's the word? What's the word? A lot more communities were starting to get, like, they were using out like social media as their outlet. Um, One being like social justice warriors, SJWs. So SJWs were using, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whenever that came out, as like, their outlets to address the inequities of, the world, America, whatever. And, they were right. The whole principle of it was right, I guess. Not I guess, I know. Because, a lot of it was due to sexism, due to racism, just the inequities of the world. And the principle behind it was right. But the ways that they went about it, and I'm not trying to generalize, but at least the ones that I saw in videos, the way that they went about it was very questionable. And, a lot of commentary channels started to critique that. Um, People like Filthy Frank, uh, iDubbbz TV, um, H3H3 Productions, who, by the way, I gotta make another video to address the fact that I think I called him like ignorant and racist. That was wrong. JonTron's actually racist because I mentioned him in the video, but H3H3 is not racist. He's ignorant at times, but from what I was referring to, that was actually not ignorance. That was just him critiquing. So they used to critique, the SJWs and, the, like, how stupid they looked, because I'll just be honest, they did. They, like, in the ways that they went about things, it was very, very questionable. Um, and so that was the era where commentary channels really blew up. Um, Commentary channels really blew up. Um, and it was like edgy humor, right? Because, critiquing a social justice warrior is kind of deemed edgy just from the jump, because the social justice warrior is one who goes about society's wrongs, right? They're trying to address the sexism, the racism. So if they're doing something right and you're critiquing that, then you look wrong. But it's really just edgy humor. It's a very gray area between that, so I'm not going to address it in this video. I'm just trying to say that the humor has a very gray area, and whether you liked it or not, it was very popular at that time. So I think that was the golden age of YouTube, because, at least I have some good memories behind it. Because it was in 7th grade, and I addressed 7th grade a lot on this channel, because 7th grade was the turnaround year for me, for good and the bad. But it was really a life-changing year for me. 2014? 2014, 2015 was a very life-changing year for me. No, 2015, 2016. Yeah, that was a very life-changing year for me, as I said like 3 times. So, yeah, it's 9 minutes right now, so I gotta end this. So, there's another, okay, maybe I can go on for like another 2 minutes. So, 2014 to like 2016, like I said, was the golden age of YouTube. I think people refer to it as like the edgy humor era, though. And then the era after that is something that we're still kind of going through. It's like the Viner invasion / like influencer era of YouTube, where like everybody and their moms, they think that they can just, run the site now, if they had something of value in any other social media. So like, I believe Vine got shut down in like 2015, and every popular Viner at that time just moved over to YouTube and thought they would just gain, a huge following, which most of them did, which is the craziest part. So a lot of them, blew up. They had a lot of subscribers, But the main difference between Vine and YouTube is that people that make YouTube videos, they produce content that's actually consistent for those minutes. While people that, do Vines, I'm not even sure if you guys know like what Vines are, but like that depends on, who's watching this. But Vines were like 6-second videos, that people would like shove all this content into just those 6 seconds. So imagine a Viner trying to become a YouTuber where, let's say, the average video is 10 minutes, but all they know is this 6 seconds of content, right? So a lot of like the Viner slash YouTubers, they were really corny. They just were. And the fact that there was so much of them that just transferred over to YouTube kind of made the site die down a little bit. Um, like 2016 to 2017, I think were the worst years for YouTube. Um, maybe financially no, but I think like in genuinity and like um, in originality, I think it really did die down. Um, and then it wasn't even just Viners anymore at that time, because like late 2017 to late 2017 to like now in 2020, it's almost everybody, like Instagrammers, I guess, people that did Snapchat, people that do TikToks. Yo, TikTok is a cesspool of garbage. Like, do you know? I'm not even gonna go into it, but and not just because like I hate children or whatever, but like it's so bad. I don't even understand. Like, I'm not about. What I'm trying to say is that like now I think this is the era of YouTube where like things are, like I said, like they're kind of dying down in terms of genuinity, because all the older YouTubers, they kind of stopped doing YouTube because the bigger YouTubers are those that, did Instagram, that did TikTok, that did Snapchat, I guess, and the fact that the older YouTubers, their content can't get as much of a rise as it did, 3, 4 years ago, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, even, they have they're not really uploading the the original stuff that they did. They're kind of tuning into what the newer people are doing, and they're starting to move on to that. So it's unfortunate that it is the way that it is, but you know. So I think out of all those three eras, I think there was probably an era back in like the 2005 to like 2010 era, I guess. But nobody was really watching YouTube at that time. It was really like it really started in like 2010, maybe even 2009. But before that, nobody really watched YouTube. Um, but yeah, like I said, 2014 to 2016 was definitely the golden era of YouTube for me. Um, and there's still some days where I wish that I could just go back to it when I was like 11, 12 years old and just, I don't know, live out, just rewatch those videos that I watched for the first time, and like I was crying, like I was like laughing and crying, it was the funniest things I've ever seen, you know? Sometimes I just wish I could just go back to those days, because those are really like, and back when things didn't matter as much as they did now. And I'm saying this as a 17-year-old, so I still have years before I'm an adult, I have years to still live life. But back when like, girls didn't matter, back when like grades really didn't matter, um, back when jobs didn't matter, um, you know, always some sort of. Okay, let me end this video. But what I'm saying again, um, 2014, 2016 was the golden era of YouTube. Um, and you just don't find YouTubers like Filthy Frank anymore. You don't find YouTubers like, like who's another one? You don't find YouTubers like I guess like iDubbbz anymore. You just don't find YouTubers like those anymore. But I hate to be the guy that that kind of says like the older generations were better, because fam, all generations are the same. They just have some sort of difference to them that doesn't really matter that much, right? So that's really all I had. And this video is reaching 15 minutes, so I just gotta cut it short, I guess. I really don't have much else to say, so that's about it. I gotta go finish my homework, and peace.